Welcome to the RadioU podcast. I'm Hudson.
And I'm Allie.
Coming up, Buc-ee's has messed with the wrong beavers.
Also, we react to our team's traits.
All that and more on the way next. There are some days you go on social media and you're like, why am I here? Why do I have this account? And then there's other days where you're like, I'm so glad I logged in and that this is here for me. I don't know what yesterday was, actually. 8772 Radio U. When I opened up Twitter and saw the video that Mario Lopez had posted. It's Mario Lopez. He's at a Dodger game.
Yeah.
It's him with his niece. Now, there's two videos. There's one that's pretty wholesome and normal where he's just like, I'm here with my niece cheering on the Dodgers, go blue, whatever. Yeah. It does feel like it's kind of an ad. Yeah. But it's not an ad for anything.
It's just him being kind of a weird 40-something.
Yeah.
You know.
Just like.
He's probably in his 50s now, actually. He's just being a boomer. He's being a boomer.
Yeah. He's being somebody. Yeah. He's being like your parents or your uncle or something that.
He's your creepy uncle.
Why is he? Can we take posting away? But it was that was fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
There was nothing wrong with it.
But then he seemingly used that video and put it into AI and output a very strange AI video.
Very odd.
And it's since been taken down, but of course the internet preserves everything, so we can definitely send it to you. If you text the word hot dog to 877, I guess that's two words, 8772 Radio U. The video, though, to describe it is it's AI. They're still at a Dodger game. It's him and his niece. And he goes, I can't take her anywhere. And she puts two hot dogs, Dodger dogs, covered with mustard and relish into her mouth, and the mustard and relish goes everywhere.
Yeah, it's like she throws it up.
And then Mario Lopez and then this other random guy who's also in the other video, but I don't know if that's like...
If they know him or something.
Yeah, or if this is just an innocent bystander.
Poor guy.
But if you watch in the AI video, Mario Lopez and that other random man simultaneously, because it's AI and it can't always figure out who should talk, go, oh my gosh, the mustard! And she's like smearing it all over her face.
Yeah.
He took it down because it was really weird.
It was very, very odd.
Why did he make that and then post it?
I don't know why he would do that. It was also like there was like some like sexual undertones with it too, which just makes it even worse because this is your niece, bro. Yeah. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that part where she's like, it's so good.
Yeah, it's just like, no.
It's well, some are saying maybe his niece came up with the idea.
Maybe
she's trying to launch some kind of career.
Oh my gosh!
And Mario Lopez was just
willing to post it.
Yeah, but then why take it down though?
Yeah, but I am glad he did take it down. But he shouldn't have posted it in the first place. It's just, why would you make this?
It's one thing when like your uncle has social media and is like posting nonsense on there because nobody's really paying attention, right?
Yeah.
But when you're a celebrity,
when you're Mario Lopez,
yeah, why don't you have like a team and they have the password and you don't?
Yeah, so people need to start vetting the posts that he wants to do. Somebody needs to, like how Britney Spears like couldn't control her own life for a long time.
Yeah, right.
We need that for Mario Lopez social media. He can't control it.
I mean, the rest of the stuff I'm scrolling through that he's posted, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just definitely like
it's
boomer
vibes.
Yeah,
it's boomer vibes for sure.
It's just like outdated.
It's hard to think that Mario Lopez is that old.
Memes. Yeah, well, we need to find out how old he is. We'll close on that.
He's 52.
50. I mean, he looks good.
He does look very good for 52.
So congratulations on that, Mario Lopez. Just don't post. Just AI. Just leave the AI. I think everything else is fine.
Yeah, leave the AI out of it and you're good.
Controversy has struck the Ohio State Fair. 8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app. Allie, have you seen this story?
I did see this story.
It's front page news.
Yeah.
All of Ohio is taken aback.
Chiming in.
At what they agreed to. The Ohio State Fair, they had a art poster contest.
They do this every year.
Yep. And the winner of this year's art poster contest was very clearly generated by AI.
Yeah.
100%. Obviously, somebody, AI didn't just generate it on its own. Somebody had to give it the prompts and whatever, but still, that's not the same as coming up with a poster idea and, creating it on your own.
Yeah, because most of the time these are like designed or painted, drawn, really very creative posters. And this one is just like so obviously AI, probably put together in like less than 5 minutes.
Right.
With maybe a few alterations here and there. But, having used AI, I know how quickly you can put this stuff together.
And also having used, or just not even used, having seen AI, it is so patently, it looks like everything poster
AI makes
has every ad AI has ever generated.
Yes.
They all have like the same font. Yeah. I don't know how that's possible. AI has.
I hate making graphics in AI because it always uses the same fonts. And so most of the time what I do whenever I am using AI to help with like creating a graphic is I'll have it make one portion of the graphic and then I'll import that into my actual editor.
Right.
Because I'm like, if I just utilize AI to make the whole thing, it looks terrible.
The poster is so confusing too, because why is the Liberty Bell on there?
Right.
It's the Ohio State Fair.
It's full of such like AI slop stuff, and like it has all of these American flags on there that look a little off, like they don't look correct. And so the craziest part about this, guys, is that this won a $1,000 prize.
Here's what I don't know. I need to read this. Who is judging this?
They had to be over the age of 55 and not really aware that this was made with AI, and they were just impressed with it,
Yeah.
Because it's just like everyone else can obviously see this is AI. And like in this article, you can see all of like second through fifth place.
Yeah, they're
way better.
They're all so nice. The one does have, if we're going to criticize the Liberty Bell, the other one has the Statue of Liberty, also not in Ohio, but I'm supposing
I think it's America 250.
Symbol of American freedom.
Because they give them a theme.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that must have been the theme that they gave them, was to celebrate like the Ohio State Fair and America 250.
Yeah.
And so that's probably why that type of stuff is included. But either way, like the other ones, there should have been another winner.
Yeah, there's the other one. Some of these are great. Like the one that finished 5th. It's a rooster riding the butter cow like it's on a carousel.
It's so cool.
And it's eating cotton candy, which I hate. So that's negative points. But
that's a fair food, you know?
Yeah,
and so it's synonymous with the fair. Yeah, so there was other really, really creative options. So the fact that this AI won this contest is really just not good. It's a slap in the face to all the others that put so much effort into what they did. And here's the thing, though. The person that did win this, they didn't break any rules.
No, it was, that's what's crazy is that AI hadn't been banned.
Yeah.
AI generation not banned from the competition, but now it is.
It will be for the future.
It definitely is. They've made that very clear, so that's fortunate. But you don't have to ban it to be able to tell that this was made with ChatGPT.
It should have, even though it's not banned yet, it should have
might as well have a
won.
watermark on it.
Right.
That's generated by ChatGPT.
I was created by ChatGPT. I was created by Grok.
Yeah.
Like, just don't. Yeah, it should have never won. Even if it wasn't banned, it should have never won.
Not a good look for the Ohio State Fair.
No.
But it still does have the butter cow on it. So I guess.
And the racing pigs. I do love the little pigs.
Yesterday was the MLB trade deadline. It's kind of like Christmas for baseball fans.
It kind of is.
Well, I guess it depends who you cheer for.
Yeah, that's true. It could end up being pretty bad. It could be Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. But we are looking forward to it. The biggest deal definitely took place before the trade deadline because that was Tarek Skubal going to the Dodgers this weekend.
Right.
But Allie, a flurry of deals yesterday. What's your top takeaway?
It was a lot busier than I thought it was going to be. And so I was surprised by that, and certainly surprised with my own team, the Cleveland Guardians, for being so busy right before the deadline. Like, they were making deals right as we were hitting 6 p.m. Eastern, which was when the deadline was. Mm-hmm. And I was pretty happy with who they picked up, particularly all-star Foster Griffin from the Washington Nationals. The best part was they picked up a lot of what they need, which is some bats that can actually hit home runs,
Right.
And just get in some RBIs because they've had some injuries and just issues with that. They can get people on base, but they're not getting the knock to get those guys in. And so they just needed some extra bats to help them out. They got that in Nathaniel Lowe from the Cincinnati Reds, Joe Adell from the Los Angeles Angels, and I like that pickup. I think he's kind of a sneaky pickup. He's had some issues, but he's got 62 RBIs this season.
Yeah,
that is
on a bad team.
Yeah, that is nothing to sneeze at. So I'm pretty happy with those pickups, but I think overall the biggest one for them is Foster Griffin, and the best part is they didn't give up not one player from their top 20 in their development and in their system, their farm system. So they didn't have to give up much to get quite a bit back.
It's really interesting because I was definitely shocked by the Guardians making moves yesterday and picking up some pretty well-known names, because typically they're the type of team that doesn't like to spend a lot of money.
Anything.
And even in years where they're like leading the division and actually have a shot to go to the World Series, it's like they're expected to sell their good players off.
Well, that's what they did. They got rid of like Shane Bieber and stuff.
Right.
And so, yeah.
This year that they went out, they not only didn't sell off any pieces, but they went and tried to get some guys to compete.
To improve the team.
Where the AL is definitely wide open, but at the same time, the Guardians are in the last playoff spot and they're in by like a game. So it's definitely close. It's no guarantee they'll even make it.
Right.
But I guess once you get in with the AL so wide open, you feel like if you just get there, who knows what can happen.
Yeah.
And if you get through the AL and you just have the Dodgers for one series, who knows what happens.
Well, and lots of people are commenting on their trade deadline, and they believe these moves are not just to compete for a wild card spot. This is to compete for the Central. They want to win. They're the defending champions, I think, back-to-back 2 years in a row. So they want to win again. But to win, you need to compete, and you need to improve your roster in some way. And so they did that.
Yeah, my Red Sox made a good deal. They got Adley Rutschman from the Orioles.
That was surprising.
He is definitely forgotten about because he's been injured.
Right.
But he's close to coming back, it sounds like. And he is an all-star catcher. He was the number one pick.
He was the number one pick. He was the rookie of the year, I believe. And so he's got some great talent.
The Orioles are one of those teams where if you were a fan of them, though, it was Halloween yesterday.
Yeah, it was a terrible.
Because it's like, why? Like, they have a good young core, and they're like, yeah, we're giving up on it.
Yeah.
We are giving up.
I mean, they have no playoff wins with that young core.
Yeah.
They've made it to the playoffs several times, and they could not win.
And then,
so they probably do need to restart.
And they shipped a bunch of guys out of town. It's not like Adley Rutschman's old, but I guess they just don't want to have to worry about paying him. And he has been injury prone, I would say.
Yeah.
So that's a concern for the Red Sox. But you know what? If he can just stay healthy for about give it 2-3 months, then that's enough.
End of October?
Yeah, exactly. That's enough for me. So, because catcher's been the big weak spot for the Red Sox for sure. So, yeah, I was excited. And the Dodgers didn't make too many crazy deals after they got Skubal.
Yeah,
so.
they were pretty quiet.
This could be the proof that we need that Bigfoot exists.
I'm making shocked faces for the YouTube thumbnail right now.
This is from Connecticut, where there was a reported sighting. A man from Rhode Island in Connecticut reported seeing, as he described it, an 8-foot-tall, ape-like creature crossing the road near Patchogue State Forest in Voluntown, Connecticut.
Patchogue?
Yeah, Patchogue State Forest. I've been to Connecticut. I've never been there that I know of.
Okay.
But the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization,
also known as BFRO.
They collect and document Bigfoot encounters across North America, and they say the witness provided such a detailed account that they've deemed the report credible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just because you add more detail, you're considered credible.
Literally, Matt Moneymaker, the lead investigator, says the witness is credible. He's not lying about what he saw. I could tell from the conversation.
Oh, you could, Matt.
The vibes he was giving out was that he actually saw something.
The vibes.
Keep in mind, this is Connecticut, and so there are bears there.
Yeah.
So maybe this could have been a bear, I suppose.
It could have been.
But
what type of bear is in Connecticut?
Black bears.
Just black bear?
Yeah. I've not seen it personally, but remember the last time I went to Connecticut, there was the bear on the that came by the house that I was staying at. Yeah. So it's definitely.
Well, I wasn't sure if there was bigger bears there too, like
a
brown bear, grizzly bear, or something.
I don't think so. They're calling this a Class A sighting.
Okay.
I guess that's the best kind.
Yeah.
But
what does that mean?
Unfortunately, I don't think we have pictures. We don't have.
Well, it should be if it's Class A, there should be some evidence that's outside of just a
testimony. Besides just a verbal, account.
Yeah, just because you were more detailed doesn't mean that that's true. You just lied more.
Listen to this detail, though. Could he make this up? He described the creature as having a cone-shaped head, broad shoulders, long arms, short legs, dark brown hair. And it crossed the road in just a few strides. 8 foot tall, ape-like creature. July 5th, 1:45 a.m.
You know what? You're right. Impossible to make any of that up.
He couldn't have made that up. Now, could he have seen? It wasn't me. I was not in Connecticut at that time. So he definitely didn't see me, but I can understand the confusion.
Yeah.
But
you do have long arms and short legs.
I'm an ape-like creature. What can I say?
Cone-shaped.
I'm often confused for Bigfoot. But this wasn't me because I was not in Connecticut on July 5th.
Okay.
So there's definitely a good chance that this is real.
Wow.
Unfortunately, they searched the area. They found no footprints or physical evidence.
Dang.
But that's because of heavy rain and forest floor cover and pine needles. So that would make it difficult to recover tracks.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But I mean, I think this is all the proof we need.
Yeah.
Cone-shaped head.
Who's going to make that up? That
would be nonsense. That'd be poppycock.
Yeah, I've never heard of a Bigfoot having a cone-shaped head. A Bigfoot cone head?
That's almost like a different class of creature altogether.
It's a different species.
It's changing everything we know about Bigfoot. In St. Mary's, Newfoundland and Labrador, it's an infamous town because for over 20 years, it smelled like rotten fish.
Ew.
That is because about 20 years ago, the Atlantic Seafood Sauce Company closed, leaving 110 tanks of abandoned fermenting fish sauce.
Oh, gross.
That had never been addressed.
Yikes.
We're talking 330,000 gallons of fish sauce that's just been stinking up the town ever since.
That's awful.
The town is now finally going to be addressing this.
Okay.
They are finally tearing down or at least taking out these tanks and disposing of the fish sauce so that it will no longer be stinking up their town.
Wow, that's great.
It says it's a project that costs over $1.2 million.
Wow.
And the reason they have to it's kind of complicated for them to deal with this stuff is because it's been fermenting for so long.
Yeah.
They have to mix the liquid with peat moss so it can be safely handled in the first place. And then they have to transport it out of the town to a specially lined disposal site because it is considered special waste.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just so simple as just dump out the tanks or whatever.
Just go dump it somewhere.
Yeah. Dump 330,000
gallons of fermented fish sauce. Ew.
The town took out a loan to help get this project started.
That's how you know they're desperate.
They are desperate. It's definitely the mayor. His name is Steve Ryan. He says that it's, quote, the worst rotted fish smell you've ever smelled in your lifetime times 100.
Oh my gosh.
It's giving Widow's Bay vibes.
Oh yeah?
Maybe it's
I
just
haven't watched it yet.
He's a mayor of a small town.
Yeah.
But he's like, if it wasn't just for this rotting fish, we could be the Martha's Vineyard of Canada.
Yes.
And now they finally are getting rid of the fish. And so, but what
Maybe that dream could come true.
Maybe it could come true, but what other trouble could this create?
What other trouble lurks under the surface?
Could there be more trouble brewing or fermenting? Yeah, in Widow's Bay, Canada, in St. Mary's, in Canada. Allie, what's the stinkiest town you've ever been to?
Stinkiest town?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there was always like places in Zambia where people would just be burning trash because that was like a lot of people's main way of getting rid of trash. And so there was so much secondhand smoke. JD would have fit right in.
Yeah, that was the big problem, secondhand smoke.
Lots and lots of secondhand smoke. So you would just get used to like always smelling smoke and like burning trash because it was just it was in the air so much that sometimes it would be like smoggy because of it.
I'm trying to find, have you ever been to a town that had a paper mill?
I have been through a town with a paper mill, and those do smell bad. There was a town in South Africa near White River. I don't remember what the town was called, but they had a paper mill, and it does not smell good.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the name of this town because every time you drove through it, it stank.
Yeah.
Like,
also,
I don't know how people lived there.
The town itself didn't smell, but the town I went to college in, right at the back of the college, towards the back entrance, was a wastewater plant. And anytime treatment plant, anytime you drove past that, it's just like,
oh yeah,
okay,
yeah, the sewage.
There's the treatment plant.
Yeah, I cannot find the name of this town. It doesn't really matter. It was a paper mill in Pennsylvania. That's the worst town.
Was it Scranton, PA?
No. It actually had the mill. So I don't know. Maybe there's so many towns with paper mills, and that's why I can't find it. But it was like near Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Okay,
if you go to like Lancaster or York, it was on the way, and you had to go through it. And it's like, can we detour around
Can
this?
we avoid this?
Yeah. And you just smell it. You're like, how do these people live here?
You just get used to it. You become nose blind.
I guess you do. I never, I grew up with, in the country with manure.
Yep.
I never got nose blind to manure.
Well, because it's only during certain times of year when they're using that.
But I also didn't hate it that much.
Okay.
There was something special about it.
Really?
Yeah. Allie solved a murder. 8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app. I've been meaning to ask you about this, Allie.
Yeah.
Wasn't your murder mystery thing this weekend?
Yes, I had a murder mystery event on Saturday with some friends. And this year, we did something pretty fun.
Okay.
We did guys versus girls. So we had a team of us girls, those the 4 girls, and then a team of our significant others.
Okay.
So my fiance, Brian, and then, my 2 cousins, Christy and Kathy, were on my team, and our other friend, Trina. So her husband was on the men's team, and then my cousins' husbands were on the men's team as well.
Okay, yeah. So you definitely solved it.
We solved it.
How did the guys do?
They did not get it right.
Ah, come on.
But they basically told us like they were going to be like not even trying.
Then why did they do it?
No, they did try. They did end up trying. But like they were joking at first. They were like, we're just going to go get a beer and go sit and like just chill and not do it. But yeah, no.
I would be, if it was me, I'm bad at those. Like, because I consider it, I'm sure, is it like an escape room kind of thing?
No, this is like in a downtown, like in the town that we're from. Like it's in our downtown, and you walk around all these different stations that are like clue stations, and then also areas where you can interview suspects, and then you can also go see like where the crime was committed, so you can see the scene of where the murder happened, and you're given like an autopsy report. You can go talk to an actual detective that, is on the case or whatever and gives you more detail. So it's very detailed.
But it still sounds like an escape room where instead of trying to escape, you're trying to solve a murder.
Yeah, like you're getting clues.
It's a puzzle, basically.
Yeah, you're getting clues along the way and you're trying to have to figure it out.
From doing escape rooms before, I'm not good at them. But also because those are on a time limit.
Yeah.
But I would be so competitive that if like it was me and the boys going up against the ladies, I would not be able to just sit back and let you guys win. I'd be like, we're going to figure this out.
Oh, yeah. We were all very competitive, especially us girls, because like the guys kept trying to come over to us and like ask us questions. We were like, get away.
Yeah.
Like you cannot be hearing our talk right now of us trying to figure out who did it. And we did figure out who did it. We were kind of bummed though, because like there were 2 winners that were given trophies for solving the murder.
That's the prize as a trophy?
there was a trophy and then a gift basket with like gift cards and stuff. And so it was pretty nice, but we got it right and we got the bonus question right, which was supposed to be like a tiebreaker. And they announced like the second team first and then the first team.
Yeah.
And so the second team they announced and they're like, well, they got the murder right, but they got the bonus question wrong.
Uh-oh.
But they still got the murder right, so they win second place. So we're thinking, all right, we're going to win first place. We got both of these questions right. No, another team was given first place. They got both questions right. They're actually standing right beside us. So we talked with them a little bit after, and we were like, we're confused why they gave second place to a team that got the bonus question wrong.
So what was the tiebreaker?
The tiebreaker was so there was a murder in the town in like the 1800s, and for years it was like a local legend as far as who died, and then also who the murderer was. And so we figured out the guy that died was this guy named Henry Gold, and the guy that killed him was this guy named the Fixer, who was like a Swedish guy, and he would, fix problems or whatever. And so we put that down, and that was indeed the right answer. They literally announced it.
But I mean, like, what was the tie? If that wasn't the tiebreaker, but you guys didn't get second place, then what was the tiebreaker?
We have no idea. We're very confused. We're like, we need to send them an email to be like, why didn't we get it?
You don't have to send an email. You have a radio show.
Yeah, that's why we're talking about it right now. But we don't understand why we didn't get at least second place.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You should have that gift card basket.
We should have that trophy.
Yeah, the trophy.
Yeah.
Have you won a trophy before?
We won the trophy
the
first year. It's actually it's probably in storage right now because I have a whole bunch of stuff in storage.
You should put it on your desk.
It's quite nice and quite big. It was like handmade, it was wood and everything. But yeah, we did win the first year that we did it. This is the third time they've done it. Last year we did not do very well. It was we blame that on the storyline itself. It was not.
Sounds like you need to find a different murder mystery.
That's what I'm starting to think. I'm like, this murder mystery might not be very well run.
Hey, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice,
shame on me.
Shame on me.
Yeah,
they keep fooling you.
Yeah,
you got to find another murder mystery event.
It's just that sweet victory that we got the first year just keeps bringing us back.
Yeah. Karsten says it's like a giant game of Clue.
It really is.
All right, stop me if this sounds familiar. Buc-ee's is suing a small Ohio gas station.
Yeah, stop.
For copyright infringement. 8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app. Send in your verdict on this one. And thanks to Car Seat Tim for sending in the story.
Yeah, thank you, Tim.
Buc-ee's is suing Beaver's Mini Mart in Beaver Creek, Ohio.
Love Beaver Creek.
It's about 16 miles from the brand new Buc-ee's that opened in Huber Heights, Ohio recently.
Yeah.
And Buc-ee's is suing Beaver's Mini Mart for what they allege is trademark infringement. In the lawsuit filed just a few days ago, Buc-ee's alleges that the Mini Mart's cartoon beaver mascot is too similar to their own, with its, quote, wide eyes and a smile that also uses, quote, red as a predominant color and could cause confusion among customers.
Oh my gosh, Buc-ee's.
Even though this Beaver's Mini Mart has been open for decades while Buc-ee's didn't show up until April of this year. So Buc-ee's, no stranger to this. We've covered this at least once before on the show. I think multiple times.
Three times. Three
you've counted?
Because we did the dog one in Dallas area. That was like the dog with the cape. We did Mickey's, which was the moose.
Yep.
And we did the gator one, which was in Florida.
Yeah.
So there's been so many of these. It's actually insane.
That's only the ones we've covered. There's been additional ones that have also gone through. Like they sued a company that's not even a gas station. It was a clothing company.
Well, the Beaver's Mini Mart isn't a gas station, probably.
Isn't it?
It's
I
a
thought
grocery
it was a gas
store.
Station and like a little.
Oh, okay.
Store.
I thought it was
know.
a grocery store.
It's unclear. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Because it's not Buc-ee's. I'll give away my verdict. Not guilty.
Yeah, I'll give away my verdict verdict too. And also, like, you know me, I shared my experience of going to Buc-ee's for the very first time in Kentucky, and many have said that might have just been the wrong Buc-ee's to go to because that Buc-ee's is really small. But I did not have a good experience. And let me tell you, this is not helping me like Buc-ee's. This just makes me hate them, actually, that they're coming for these small businesses. And now one in Ohio that's just a mom and pop place.
Yeah.
Because they have a beaver in Beaver Creek. It's Beaver Creek. Why, it's obvious why they would have a beaver.
Yeah. They're getting Allie riled up. What's your verdict? Should Buc-ee's win their lawsuit against Beaver's Mini Mart in Beaver Creek, Ohio? I have additional details and that we can get to coming up, as well as your verdicts at 8772 Radio U or with the talkback button in the Radio U app. Let us know what you think. Radio U, where music is going, 8772 Radio U. We just did a You Be the Judge, or we're in the midst of a You Be the Judge. Buc-ee's once again versus a small business.
Yeah.
Once again versus not just any small business, another local Ohio gas station convenience store, Mini Mart. This one, Beaver's Mini Mart in Beaver Creek, Ohio. Buc-ee's is suing them for trademark infringement. What is the verdict? People are texting in with their thoughts at 8772 Radio U.
We heard from Chad. He says, was this brought on because of the John Oliver piece that aired just last weekend?
It is crazy timing.
It's mentioned in the article.
Yeah, because it was literally, I saw this a week ago.
Yeah.
John Oliver on Last Week Tonight did a piece on Buc-ee's and how they will sue.
Yeah.
For some reason, his piece got a lot more coverage than our numerous pieces that we've done.
Dang, how'd that happen?
Yeah. But nevertheless, he tried to bait Buc-ee's into a lawsuit because HBO actually has the money to like fight them, unlike these small businesses.
Yeah.
And so he started selling a bunch of merch that looks like Buc-ee's. So far, Buc-ee's has not bit on that, it sounds like. But it sounds like they're playing 3D chess where they're like, you think you can make fun of us? We're going to sue another small business.
Yeah, so John Oliver, you might need to help Beaver's Mini Mart out.
Yeah.
Because you may have egged this on. But also,
right now
this is just proving John Oliver's point.
Yeah.
That, Buc-ee's, it's really not about defending their trademark. And it just seems to be about going after these small businesses. Because why would they not go after HBO Max if it wasn't about their
trade? That's a
trade?
good point. The proceeds for the John Oliver merch that he's selling goes to Hunger Feed America or something like that.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of Feed America.
But it would be nice if they could like redirect that to like, I don't know, like the defense fund of these little small businesses.
That's a good idea. Somebody set up a GoFundMe. But Chad also said verdict not guilty.
Thank you, Chad. Tim says, unfortunately, they have to defend their trademark to keep it. They are getting roasted. It's ridiculous, but they will probably win. They did win the alligator one based off of colors.
They've won a surprising amount of these.
I think that's definitely as much because these are little small businesses that don't have the money to go to court.
Yeah, they
with
don't
a massive company.
They don't have the money for it. We also heard from Regina. She says apparently Felicia's last name is Buc-ee's. Bye, Felicia.
Josh says no, hold on. Can we cut and start over? Josh says leave Beaver Creek alone, and he sent I see dumb people from the Sixth Sense. Yeah.
William also says he feels the same way as me. Buc-ee's has a lot to offer, and I want to like them because I had a pleasant time visiting one on the way back from my honeymoon a few years ago for the first time. With all of these pathetic lawsuits, if they think they could just put a new Buc-ee's wherever they want and then sue a local business, that they got something else coming.
Yeah.
They just seem like the annoying bully that needs to be put in their place. I hope this lawsuit bites them in the butt and they have to pay this mini mart.
Yeah, we also heard from Vicky who says she grew up in Beaver Creek.
Yeah.
And she said they've messed with the wrong beavers.
Well, because they've also been around forever.
Yeah, this mini mart is very well renowned, I guess, in the Beaver Creek area.
And also, like, the local high school is the Beavers. Yeah. Are they going to come after the high school's logo, too, for their mascot? Like, it's just ridiculous.
Williams' thoughts summed up similarly by somebody who was quoted by the news. Sam Bryan, who is a Beaver Creek resident, who said, reading into it more, that Buc-ee's has gone after other companies over this. It just put a bad taste in my mouth because they seem like such a fun company. To see that they're coming after a small business like this, it upset me like it did a lot of Beaver Creek residents.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing is it's like people want to like Buc-ee's.
Yeah,
but this aggressiveness is making it hard to like them.
Hey, Buc-ee's, there's other gas stations. You can't sue them all, and I'm going to go to them instead.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to force people to go somewhere else because you're going to turn people off.
When we went up to the lake this weekend, and one of the places that Buc-ee's sued, Mickey's with the moose.
I
is
saw
up
this
there.
when I went to Cedar Point.
We drove by, and the group I was with, I said to them the first time, I was like, that's the gas station that one of them that Buc-ee's suing.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? And so we talked about it. And then when we drove back, Mrs. Hudson goes, hey, is that a Buc-ee's? It's clearly not. It's not a Buc-ee's.
It's a moose.
It's a moose.
But also,
it really does make me angry, and I really do want to support these other places. I think on Friday, there's a big day where it's a fundraiser, where people are supposed to go to Beaver's Mini Mart if you're in the area and support them.
Yeah, do that. I would say support them because, we got to support these local mom and pops,
Yeah.
These places, a lot of them got hit really hard during COVID and many of them closed and never opened back up.
It's not necessarily fun to be a gas station owner either. When the prices go up, that doesn't mean they're making more money.
Right.
So it's definitely tough. There's also a GoFundMe, so we're rooting for the Beaver's Mini Mart.
I am
And
too.
now we are rooting against Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
This is a wild one.
Okay.
8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app to share your advice for this roommate debate. The subject, I'm not sharing my car with my roommate anymore.
Oh.
I've lived with my roommate for about 8 months. He doesn't own a car, so every now and then I let him borrow my car. It's a mid-sized sedan. He's always been respectful about it. Fills the tank, takes care of it, even offered to pay for oil changes and other routine maintenance.
Wow, very nice.
Yeah, never been an issue. He builds custom home theater speakers as a side business, which means he occasionally borrows my car to pick up plywood and supplies. This past weekend, he went to a hardware store about an hour away. Normally, he has the plywood cut to fit my car, but this time he bought pre-cut pieces that were too big and forced them inside.
Oh.
He ended up tearing the leather on both front seats and spilled an entire gallon of wood glue in my trunk.
What?
By the time he got home, the glue had started drying and the fumes were overwhelming. I told him he couldn't borrow my car anymore and that he needed to pay for the damage. He offered to pay about $100 for a detail and suggested that I just buy $20 seat covers instead of fixing the torn leather.
What?
I said no.
Yeah.
I got quotes about $1,200 for replacement seats from a junkyard or $4,000 to have them professionally reupholstered. While the detailer did get the glue out, the job was much bigger than expected, and instead of $100 that he had originally estimated, he charged over $400.
Ooh.
My roommate paid him, then asked me to split the bill.
Oh my gosh.
I refused. It was his mess, and he hired the guy. When I gave him the seat repair estimates, he started crying.
Oh.
And said it wasn't fair that one mistake was costing him so much money. I told him these are the consequences of damaging someone else's car. Now he's upset that I won't let him borrow my car to pick up his girlfriend this weekend unless it's repaired. He's even talking about moving out and finding another roommate. Am I wrong for expecting him to pay entirely for the damages and refusing to loan him my car until he does?
Okay.
8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app. We have a crying roommate.
Oh man, a crying adult male.
Is there anything worse?
I don't think so.
Not that it's wrong to cry.
No, it's not. It's not.
But to be in the presence of it is.
It's tough. It's just, it's rare.
And nobody even died. 8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app. What is the advice? What's the move? Your roommate borrowed your car and ruined the inside. And now he started crying when you won't let him use it again until he pays completely to fix it. 8772 Radio U, the talkback button in the Radio U app. We'll see what people are saying. Radio U, where music is going, 8772 Radio U, or the talkback button in the Radio U app. We need your advice in this roommate debate. We have two roommates. One has a car, the other doesn't. The one writing in is the one with the car. He's let the other roommate borrow his car several times over the past 8 months, and it hasn't really been a big deal until this past weekend when the borrower ripped up the leather seats and spilled wood glue all in the back of the car because he makes custom home theater speakers as a side business. When our roommate said, you need to pay up, or I'm not letting you use my car, you need to pay to replace the seats or reupholster them and get rid of the wood glue, the roommate started crying.
Yeah. When he gave him the estimate.
Said that he's going to find a new roommate or move out.
Yikes.
What should our guy do? 8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app.
We heard from Rick. He just said, that's life, bro. Pay up.
Is he saying that to the car owner or the car borrower?
I think he's saying it to the borrower, is my guess.
Hope so.
Yeah, because he's truly the one in the wrong.
Yeah, we also heard from Oakley, who says it doesn't matter the circumstance. You are no obligation to let anybody borrow your car. So if they guilt trip you about it, tell them to get bent.
Yeah, good word choice there.
That's what I like. I'm shocked that you're like, you will let him borrow your car if he pays to fix it.
Yeah.
I would never this is too much, especially because he's dragging his feet about paying.
Yes.
If he came home and was like, hey, I messed everything up, I'll pay for everything, then maybe.
Yeah.
But he's giving you a tough time.
He's giving you a very tough time. He wants to stiff you on this wood glue and all of this, mess up with the leather seats and everything. So yeah, it's a bad look on his part, and I would not trust him with your car ever again. We also heard from Shrew. He says, not wrong at all, but unless you're going to take him to court, I wouldn't have any expectations of ever getting that money.
Dang.
As a side note, you should never let someone who isn't on your insurance drive your vehicle. Not sure if insurance would have helped in this situation, but I find it unlikely they'll do anything since you let him drive without having him on the policy, I'm guessing. That was another thing I thought of. If this guy got in an accident in your car and maybe isn't an insured driver, what could happen, you know?
Yeah. Does he have his own car insurance? Probably not. William said, just think about how much money that roommate is saving by not having to pay for insurance and other things for the car. I know sometimes friends forgive friends, but it's also reasonable to have him pay for the damages he caused. A car is one of the most expensive things people own, and he has 0% of the car and should pay for his mistake. Also, if the roommate leaves, don't assume your new roommate will allow you to borrow their car.
Yeah, right. That's a good point.
You should
never let this guy borrow your car again, no matter what happens.
You should not, and yes, you should you should be telling this story to other people. This should be like on the Are We Dating the Same Guy Facebook page.
Yes.
This should go on this guy's resume. This should be in his bio.
Yeah, car borrower and ruined my car. I know and didn't want to pay for it.
It's expensive, but if he's making it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Like he should have taken that into account before he started wrecking things up.
Exactly. And Dee also brings up a good point. He needs to pay up, and she said you can set up a payment plan with him. I know some people that have done this with friends that have borrowed money from them.
Yeah.
They do what any other bank or loan system would do, which is set up a payment plan. If that person's not able to pay a lump sum all at once, at least set up a payment plan so that you can get these seats fixed. This doesn't stop your car from being usable. You can still use your car.
Yeah, because it sounds like it would be the back of the seats as well.
Yeah, but I would at least want a payment plan so that we're working towards getting that paid for and getting it fixed.
That is the most reasonable thing.
Yeah.
That is that
That's
he could possibly expect.
That you could want, that you could give. The best compromise you could give is a payment plan.
Yeah. Otherwise, we're one step away from. Shrew's probably right that you probably will never get the money back.
Yeah, you might have to take him to small court.
Yeah, you're going on
claims court.
Judy Justice.
Yeah.
If you have a roommate debate, you need help with email mornings@radiou.com. Can you defend this, Allie? Indiana has canceled their future home and home football series with Notre Dame.
Oh, wow.
8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app. Your Big Ten Alley. Can you defend Indiana ducking Notre Dame after all of the bluster from their head coach, Curt Cignetti? Can you?
I cannot defend it because I am.
I like
an
how you grab the microphone like you're at a congressional hearing.
I am an Ohio State fan, and we are playing Texas for the second year in a row.
Yeah.
To start our season.
Ohio State, no stranger to the big out of
We want
games.
the big games. Ohio State's always tried to schedule the big stuff, and I think that does make the sport better. But I will say, there's one part of Curt Cinetti's argument, which he mentioned at Big Ten Media Days, which I understand entirely. And I do think our sport, college football, has this hurdle to face, which is he mentioned that the SEC, which is the big competitor for the Big Ten, those are the two best conferences in college football, but also the ACC as well. Both of those conferences play only 8 league games.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
The SEC plays 9 starting this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, why is he even mentioning this then?
I don't know because he's a blowhard. And I cannot
Well, he's always kind of been a very trash talky type of guy.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that was changing because I do think that was an unfair advantage for the SEC that they got to play Marquette in November while Ohio State's playing Michigan State or Iowa on the road or something. So I do think that makes it more fair across the board. So yeah, why are you ducking Notre Dame?
Yeah. I mean, there's an argument that can be made that it's smarter in the college football landscape to go undefeated with a soft schedule in the Big Ten. Like, not that the Big Ten conference schedule is soft, but just to schedule very soft out of conference, which Indiana does routinely under Curt Cinnetti, and then win all those games so that your record looks better versus having a tough game that you could potentially lose
at the beginning of the year.
Even though it'd be a big resume point that would really boost you up if you win it.
Yeah.
But that's not the argument anybody's
No.
He's not making that.
He's not making
saying
that argument.
He's not saying we scheduled soft so that we're 4-0 or 3-0 when conference play starts.
Well, he did say that. He said he wanted a softer non-conference schedule because they have more conference games, but he was calling out the SEC and the ACC in that argument. But if that's changing now, then that argument is kind of a moot point.
Now,
but either way, like I do think that I do think they should have kept Notre Dame on the schedule.
It'd be more fun.
Yeah.
I understand that college football doesn't necessarily always incentivize fun, which is a problem with it, for sure.
Yeah, this is a problem with the sport in general.
It sucks that Indiana won last year because he'd be so hateable. and like we'd be all so justified to hate this guy if they didn't win.
We were all like, all of the focus was on Mendoza. What an enjoyable guy. What a likable kid.
True.
You know? And so now that Mendoza's gone, now all you've left with is Cignetti, and you're like, oh yeah, Cignetti. I forgot about how bad he is.
And you think about like this, I can't wait to do a college football preview. I cannot wait. We're going to do a whole podcast. We might even do like a separate Indiana episode because we're going to be talking to the protests. So we might get to, I don't know, maybe they're Notre Dame fans, but I know they're from Indiana.
Yeah. That's right. If they are Notre Dame fans, we definitely should do
that's going to be fun. But I think Indiana could be in for a tough year. They've recruited very well. They do have a talented team. But if you recall last year, they were moments away from losing to Penn State. They kind of got dominated in a lot of that game. Yeah. They got lucky to win that one. Is that Curt Cinnetti being a great coach, or was it Fernando Mendoza carrying them?
I think it was definitely Mendoza.
Yeah.
You know.
They had a couple, I mean, obviously Ohio State, close game. They played them very well. That's a lot of coaching, but also it was kind of Fernando Mendoza. So maybe you take him away in these close games. I mean, they had a close game against Iowa.
Yeah.
You have these close games that went your way last year. Maybe
they might not go their way this year.
And you can't schedule only out-of-conference cupcakes for your entire schedule. You have to play Ohio State this year during the regular season. So maybe Indiana's, due for a fall, and Curt Cinnetti is going to have to eat a lot of his words. But the good news about this is Indiana ducking Notre Dame does make way. Now USC has turned their tail and said, fine, we'll play Notre Dame. We were scared to, but we're actually going to do it.
Good.
And so that is set up, I think, to start the year that the Indiana-Notre Dame thing was supposed to happen, 2030. It is unfortunately going to take place. That's also home and homes, but it's going to be like one of the first couple weeks of the year every year instead of being later in the season where, you could be USC coming east to Notre Dame in the wintertime.
You know what would solve all this problem?
What's that?
Notre Dame joining the Big Ten.
Oh, shut up.
No, it would. It would solve the problem. If Notre Dame just joined the Big Ten, the invitation has been on the table for years. Join the Big Ten, and then Indiana has nothing to do but have to play you. You'd force their hand. Thanks for listening to the Radio U podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.